So I'm here at the trailhead for the Sturgis City Dams. I'm going to be doing the Deadman Mountain Loop trail today. So it'll start taking me to the Sturgis City Dams, and then it'll loop around over to Deadman Mountain and back. I think the total is going to be right around 10 miles, but I haven't done this one before, so we'll just have to see. There has been some logging activity on these trails. They were closed for several months, actually this spring and summer, but they're back open again. So I've noticed just coming up here to the trailhead, there's a lot of different trails and tracks, so hopefully it doesn't get confusing out on the trail with some of the tracks from the logging activity. But it's going to be a hot one today. I'm getting a little bit later start than I was hoping for, so I think it's supposed to be pushing 90 today, but I do have lots of water and electrolytes and stuff. So yeah, we'll just get started here. I'm about 1.7 miles in. You can see there's a Y in the trail. I'm gonna take it to the left to the dams. If you go straight, it would take you to the Veterans Peak trailhead. So I'm gonna go by the dams and then continue my loop around to Deadman Mountain. So I am here at the Sturgis City Dams. This can be an out and back hike. You'll just start at the same parking lot, and I did do a video on this a while ago, so you can search for that on the channel and find the video on Sturgis City Dams. I believe it's like 4.6 miles out and back, so it's a nice little hike, and it's just beautiful here. You can fish here. There's 2 dams right here, and then there's a 3rd dam. If you go around behind me and off to the right, you can get up there. I think there might actually be a total of 5 dams in this area. I've only actually been to 3 of them though. So yeah, if you wanted to do this as an out and back, great hike. You can't swim here. It's just too steep, and there's a lot of undercurrent, so they don't want you swimming, but you can fish here. There's a lot of people that do come here to fish. So I'm going to continue on. I'm actually going to take a little break, grab some water and stuff. It is feeling pretty hot already. I'm glad there's a little bit of a breeze, and a lot of the trail coming down here was shaded, which I'm glad for that. So hopefully most of the rest of the trail is shaded, because it is getting warm already. So but I'm going to continue on after I grab some water and head up. I'll eventually get to Deadman Mountain, which will give me a nice overlook, and I think my total is going to be around 10 miles. So I've got my sunglasses here but don't have them on. I'm really kind of struggling with, I don't know if you saw my video, I don't know, a few weeks ago where I had an injury from pickleball. That isn't healed yet. I don't know if you could tell in my eyes, but I do have one pupil that's dilated still, and it may be permanent. So the bright light tends to bother me a bit, but my glasses, like, they get so sweaty and then they're falling down my face. So if anyone has recommendations for some good sunglasses, I thought the hat might help, and it actually does help a little bit, and I'm actually getting used to having one pupil dilated all the time, so it's not as annoying as it was at first. But if anyone has suggestions for a good pair of sunglasses that are maybe lighter, or, and I know everybody's face is different, but, or a hat that doesn't get so sweaty, that's my other problem. Everything's just, maybe I'm just a sweaty person and I'm stuck with that. But if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment. Okay, so this is the trail that we came down on, and then we just went straight around that corner to go to the dams. So I came back up here, and then there's a Y right here. There is a sign. Let's see if I can show it to you. It says S11. Normally there's maps on these signs, but so far I've seen 2 or 3 of them, and none of them have maps. They're just worn, probably beat up with the weather or whatever. So yeah, you'll want to take S11, which will keep you on the same side of the dams that you came down on. There is a trail that goes across the dams to the other side, but that is not the one you want to take. You want to stay on the same side of the dams that you came down on and just take this other trail at the Y. So there are portions of this loop that I've done. Obviously I've done the Sturgis City Dams out and back portion. The section that I'm on right now I actually have never been on, but once we get around to the Deadman Mountain, where you can actually do an out and back of the Deadman Mountain. I don't know why I have such trouble saying that. The trailhead starts next to Flex Fitness over there, and I've done that as an out and back. I want to say that's like 11 miles, give or take, if I remember right. But it's a good climb. Going up to the top there, it's pretty much just climbing all the way up to the top. So this section I haven't done until we get over and meet up with that trail, and then after the Deadman Mountain overlook, I've never done that section that'll take me back to this parking lot or this trailhead. So I've done pieces, but never the whole thing. So I'm kind of excited to see more of this trail. If you haven't done any hiking on the Sturgis trail system, there are so many different like loops and ways that you can take and make up new loops every time, like this one, do pieces and parts. And there's the Centennial kind of intersects in a couple spots with the Sturgis trail system. So I've done starting over on the other side of the interstate and coming over on the Centennial, and then coming down here from actually the other side coming to the dam. So yeah, there's a lot of great trails here, and usually they're not very busy. You may see a couple people. I've seen 3 people so far today on this trail that goes to the city dams. So it is pretty popular with mountain bikers, like different parts of the trail, but compared to some of the other trails in the hills, the chances of seeing people on this are less. So if you're like me and kind of like your solitude, the Sturgis trail system is a good hiking area. Okay, I'm at 3.7 miles, and there's a couple different ways we could go here. There is a sign on the tree that says Alkali Creek straight ahead or Van Knocker to the left. So I'm going to go to the left, and there is a, if you can see that, an S7 sign there, but again, no map. So Luckily there's this wood sign nailed to the tree, so I'm gonna take the trail to the left that goes to Vanacker. Okay, I'm at about 4.3 miles. You'll see that's Vanacker Canyon Road there behind me. So when I came out on the road, I went a little bit to the left, and you'll see this gate. And there is a trail sign here, which again, you can't read the map on that, but it says S4. So we're gonna follow this up. Well, I am still on the road. I think it's been a quarter mile, a third of a mile. Not that far, but it sure feels far. It's just been kind of a steady climb on this road and really not much for shade. And I'm like sweating like crazy. So I'm hoping it cuts off of this road soon and gets back in the trees and gives me some shade. Well, I found a patch of shade. Just a little patch though. Still got it. I feel like I'm getting overheated a little bit. And my legs are starting to get crampy, so I'm gonna stop and drink some electrolytes and try and cool down a little bit before I continue up this big ass hill. So I'm at 6.5 miles and I missed a turn somewhere. I got to thinking, this road is hell. It's like the longest road and it is so hot. So I decided to check the map and yeah, I missed a turn somewhere. I think there's a spot back here where there's like a lot of logging activity back and forth across the road. So I'm thinking I must have missed the turn, like maybe the sign isn't there because of the logging activity with the trucks and stuff, or anyways, I'm heading back the way I came. Hopefully I can find the right trail. Okay, I found the turn that I missed. There is a sign here, right there, and then on that tree over there, there's a sign. So coming from the way I came, the sign is very obvious once I had turned around, but originally I was coming from this way and the sign is kind of hidden by that tree until you get past it, so it is kind of easy to miss. I don't want to walk under that big ass spider. I'm really afraid of spiders, but it's right over the trail. Could turn around and go back the 8 miles I've already come. That's big too. What if I try and go under it and like the web is lower on that side than I thought and it catches and This is why I should not hike alone. Not because of mountain lions or bears or whatever. I need someone to take care of these spiders for me. Okay, I'm gonna shut the camera off because this will be embarrassing, I'm sure. You guys don't want to see this. I need a stick. Okay, I'll be back, hopefully, unless the spider eats me. I'm freaking myself out. I just went to pick up a stick and there must have been a deer like bedded down like right next to the trail. It jumped up and snorted and scared the crap out of me. But that spider is still there. Okay. I'm still here. I can't do it. Okay, I'm going around. So this is the portion of the trail that's been closed for several months for logging. You can see behind me a lot of the logging that has been going on here. They have reopened it. I think they reopened it maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago or something. And they said they may close portions of it through the fall and winter to continue some logging. But as of right now, it's open. So I am here at the Deadman Mountain overlook. You can see behind me there. I am at about 9.5 miles. I did obviously take that little bit of a detour when I missed the turn. I think that maybe added 3/4 of a mile to a mile. So I was thinking this whole loop was going to be around 10 miles. So obviously that's a little bit off. So I'm not sure how far it'll be down back to the car, but I think longer than a half mile, so it'll be longer than 10 miles. But the trail coming up here did go through a lot of that logging area like I showed you, and then once you get to the top there is a trail sign. If you take a right, it'll come out to this overlook, which is just like 1/10 of a mile or something, and then we'll just go back to where that sign is and follow the Y the other way to continue the loop. So this is just kind of a little out and back out to this overlook spot, which is a nice spot to grab a drink and relax and just enjoy the view, and then I'll go back and continue on the rest of the loop. Back down. Just went by to the right of that big slash pile, and I'm kind of just on this road right here. I don't see any trail signs. There is a single track that kind of goes off over there, but I'm not seeing any trail signs, so that may just be a deer trail, I'm thinking. I haven't actually been on this section, so I guess I'm gonna follow the road a little bit farther, maybe check my map and see if I see any signs here in a little bit. Okay, I followed the road just a little ways and it looked like I was going off the trail according to my map, so I came back and I'm taking that single track, even though I don't see any Sturgis trail system signs yet, so it'll make me feel a lot better if I see one here soon. But according to the map, it looks like I'm on the right track here. So, yeah, this isn't marked, but I think it's right, but we'll find out soon enough, I guess. back to the road. And there's a sign. So I guess I could have went either way and still ended up right here. I keep seeing these big shadows like pass over me pretty much on this whole hike. And I look up and it's like these big black birds. They've been like circling me pretty much the whole time. It's kind of ominous. I feel like they're just waiting for me to die, maybe. They're hoping, thinking she isn't gonna make it much farther. I mean, it is hot as shit. Hot out here. Try not to cuss. But yeah, they don't have to do me like that. Just wait for me to die. Okay, I made it back to my car. It was just under 12 miles. I'm really sweaty. I had to get my car and get the air conditioning on. So coming back down, that ended up being, what, about 2.5 miles, I guess, from the overlook at Deadman Mountain. Back to here was about 2.5 miles. And most of that was just a road. So not my favorite, but overall the hike was pretty good. There was kind of 2 spots that you had to walk along the road for a little bit longer than I would have liked, but it was kind of nice going by the dams and then going up and seeing the overlook and making a nice loop of that. So if you're near Sturgis, give this one a try if you don't mind a little bit of mileage. Like I said, just under 12 miles, although I ended up missing that turn, so probably be closer to 11, maybe a little under 11. So